Hello everyone. On January 25th, 2025, whispers of a spectacular planetary alignment have been making waves across the social media. You've seen the buzz-filled videos and eye-catching memes claiming that 7 planets will perfectly align on one side of the sun, gracing our nighttime sky with a stellar display. But hold on to your telescopes. This is a bit of a cosmic mischief. According to NASA, these multi-planet views are not super rare. They do not happen every year, so are worth observing because it's a beautiful celestial event. Now, these events are sometimes known as alignments. The planets are very disciplined in their order and are always actually lined up, only we just can't see them all at once. The planets are always in a line known as the ecliptic, the plane where they orbit the sun as the planets race around the sun at different speeds. Sometimes the line on the same side of the sun appears closely together in the night sky. Because of the little cosmic Kismet, 4 planets will appear in a line throughout the first 2 months, that is January. It has been there from December onwards, if you remember the Saturn and the Jupiter. So January to mid-February, or almost to the last week of February, you will see that these planets are there. You only have to decipher and you only have to know which way or which order they are going. From January 25th, the sky being a little clearer, the visibility is more, and also because of the visibility at night, we could be a witness to the special appearances which are made from the Uranus and Mercury with Neptune, Mars, Jupiter, Venus and Saturn. And actually, Venus and Saturn had been on display, or I would say Jupiter, Venus and Saturn have been on display for most of the January, the entire month and in the month next. And after sunset, we have witnessed Venus and Saturn which appeared in the southwestern sky with Jupiter above and Mars to the east. So Uranus and Neptune are there in the sky too, but not bright enough to view without the aid of binoculars or a telescope, which makes it a great time to visit your local planetarium or observatory on the morning of January 25th. Mercury briefly joins in the morning. It joins the parade in the morning because it's a morning star at the moment, which makes it total a party of 7. Now this band breaks up mid-February, but still the 4 planets will continue to be spotted in the night sky in February also. Mercury will be visible in the evening, that is in February, while Saturn and Neptune will make their exit. So what's the real scoop? While there won't be flawless stacking of planets like a row of celestial dominoes, but throughout this month and the next, you can feast your eyes on 6 planets individually, shimmering one after the other in the evening sky. They'll be lined up, albeit not as dramatically as some hype suggests. And here's the fun part. This stellar spectacle doesn't stop only on January 25th. You will have ample opportunities to gaze skyward throughout January and even into February. So grab your telescopes or binoculars, invite some of your friends and enjoy the celestial wonders while remembering that the sky has a way of keeping us on our toes. So what can you expect on January 25th, 2025? If the skies above you are clear, you will be treated to a breathtaking view with 6 planets visible, 4 bright ones and 2 that are a little bit less conspicuous yet still fascinating. And I'm sure if you all are sky gazers and if you're lovers of the planets, you will definitely be able to decipher between the stars and the planets. Because both of them are far away, the stars twinkle, whereas the planets are static. They don't twinkle. So you will be able to make a correct decision which is the planet and which is the star. The planets in our solar system appear to march along a line when viewed from the Earth. This is because they follow the ecliptic, the path that the sun traces across our sky. However, it's important to clarify that this alignment isn't a neat row stretching out from the sun into the three-dimensional space. Instead, it's a two-dimensional representation of a more complex arrangement where the planets exist in varying planes and distances. Now, a quick note about Mercury. So, during January, it won't be a part of the evening spectacle at all. Instead, it'll be making its appearance in the morning sky. So, for those eager to spot Mercury, you'll need to set your alarm and catch it at dawn rather than during the evening viewing. Though in February, Mercury becomes the evening star. So while you're enjoying the celestial marvels as you gaze into the vastness of the space from January 25th onwards, if you actually look up at the evening sky, the sequence of the visible planets from the horizon to the zenith, that is the point directly overhead, will typically be in the following order. We actually would observe in the night sky Venus, which is known as the evening star. It'll be one of the brightest objects in the sky. Mars, following Venus, would be Mars, which will be kind of a red planet, and it will be distinguishable by its color and the brightness. After that follows Jupiter, the largest planet easily available and shining very brightly, and actually it has been brightly shining and been visible since December 2024. Saturn, which is recognizable by its rings. It will be noticeable near Jupiter. Uranus. This planet will be very faint compared to the others, but still visible with your telescope or binoculars. Neptune is kind of a hum and a haw. It will be very hard to decipher, even with the sharpest of telescopes or binoculars. And if you do perchance, I would say you're lucky. But it does follow Uranus, and it is very, very, very faint. So to summarize that, in the evening sky, that is from, I would say in January, but specifically speaking of January 25th to almost first week of February, you are going to be seeing the Venus. I'm talking about the night sky, Venus, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn in that order, while Mercury will be present in the morning sky. Until, of course, you all are visiting a planetarium and seeing all these things even during the day. So happy stargazing, I would say. Now, astrologically speaking, the reflections of the planetary alignment, whenever it happens, it actually offers a beautiful journey of self-discovery and empowerment. So taking the present planetary alignment and specifically speaking from mid-January, which becomes more impactful from January 25th onwards to February end. So when you spot Venus, it serves as a gentle reminder to connect with our heart. This connection actually encourages us to embrace our feelings and recognize the importance of love and compassion in our life. As we then focus on Mars, it symbolizes a call to action. It urges us to follow our heart and take proactive steps towards our goals, emphasizing that now is the time to act and act upon what feels innately right to you from the core of your heart. Moving further on to Jupiter, this planet amplifies your belief system. It reinforces the idea that true happiness appears when you align your actions with your heart's desires. Now, Jupiter assures you that you're on the right path, empowering you to trust in your choices. Next, when you spot Saturn, it brings forth a lesson about structure and discipline. Saturn reminds you to build your life around your beliefs. By creating a solid framework based on your values, you can set up a strong mental, physical, and emotional foundation. The faint glow of the Uranus after Saturn, which is visible through your binoculars or telescope, actually encourages you to engage your logical mind and harness your creativity. It emphasizes that within each of us lies the capability to shine brightly. So do not hesitate to express your unique ideas and beliefs as they contribute to the collective tapestry of life. Lastly, although Neptune may not be visible, yet the energies are there, and it stands for a mystical influence in this alignment. Its presence reminds us that such alignments happen rarely, prompting introspection on the lessons the universe wishes to convey. The universal intelligence in all its power enhances our ability to structure our lives authentically and truthfully. So, to sum it up, the planetary alignments, according to me, encourage you to feel deeply, act decisively, believe in yourself, set up a solid structure, embrace creativity, and remain open to the lessons the universe has to offer. Stay tuned for my part 2, where I would be actually apprising you all how I feel and how I do harness and embrace the celestial energies. So there's an action plan when you actually are looking up at each planet. Always stay blessed.